What if I told you you could spend an hour a week just logging in to a bunch of different realms, reposting auctions, and then going on your merry way, and that would get you about 120,000 gold in profits per week on average? Well, that's apparently what I've been doing with battle pet flipping. So yeah, you can do that. Now, obviously, some of you are aware, if you've been following along with the road to 100 million gold, that I do battle pet flipping and cosmetic flipping on, well, it's 11 realms these days. Like this one right here. So I have a bunch of battle pets that I've posted. You can see the last time I posted was 5 days ago, because I mean you can see the channel name. It's the Lazy Goldmaker. It's not the do something absolutely every day. So yeah, but I've been doing this for a long time, and I have all of the data in my Excel spreadsheet that I use for the road to 100 million gold. So what I decided to do was, well, let's take a look. Because I was curious, like, how good is this? Now, I originally started flipping on multiple realms due to the fact that I was doing flipping BOEs back in Legion and BFA, where we had War Forging and Titan Forging, which meant that people had a really hard time pricing their BOEs correctly, so you could easily find deals. It was easy to find underpriced items. They removed that with Shadowlands. So since then, the only thing I've sold on these realms is battle pets and some other cosmetics, like some mounts and some materials and some other stuff. But battle pets has been the major part. And my approach is, well, I mean, it's the channel name. It's the lazy way. I don't want to work hard at this or think deeply or anything. I do think a little bit when I'm doing the purchasing, but outside of that, I just log in, collect everything from the mailbox, and then I run a TSM post scan. Like nothing added at all. Just collect all the expired auctions and then run a post scan, post everything, and log back out, and that's it. Very, very easy. I have my battle pet set up, which well, I have made a video on that if you're interested in that, which will be in the video description. But that's what I do. Now, obviously, you can make a lot more gold in this market than I have if you spend a lot more effort than me. I mean, some of you may be familiar with Kchak, another YouTuber, and Goldmaker. He's way, way richer than me, and he spends a lot more effort flipping than I do. But this method works really well as well. So we're going to go through the numbers and take a look at them. Well, so we have here the spreadsheet, right, where I track my sales. So what I've done here is I've filled this column with what it was the day before Shadowlands launched. So this was how much gold I had back then, 18 million. And yeah, that's what I had back then. And then we can compare that to what I have on these realms, or rather what this column is showing, which is the profit on all of my non-Draenor realms. So Draenor, I do current expansion professions. This is like my main realm where I actually play. And if we sum all of these, we come to the number 16 million and 100,000. So that's how much profit I've made with battle pet flipping since the launch of Shadowlands. Now, obviously, that number with zero context doesn't really say anything. If I had spent 10 hours a week to generate this 16 million, then that's really, really bad, right? That's not a lot of gold per hour. Then probably you shouldn't do this, because you'd be better off just farming, doing literally anything else. So what I did was I timed myself logging in, posting all, collecting all the expired stuff and reposting it all, logging back out, and then being ready for the next realm. This took about 2.5 minutes. So we're just going to round up to 3, or rather we're going to round up across my 11 realms, which I'm active on right now. I'm not doing Ravencrest or Twisting Nether. I don't post on those anymore. So it's the rest of them, which means that there's 11 realms, 2.5 minutes on each. So we're just going to round to half an hour for posting everything. And then throughout the years, I mean, I could probably figure out like exactly how often I reposted, because I've got a lot of it here. But for the last couple of years, I've just been taking status every 2 weeks and not recording anything else. So I don't remember how many times I've posted. Some weeks it's been or some periods it's just been once every 2 weeks, like during the heyday of Shadowlands gold making. I was just not focusing on these realms at all, I would just log in once every 2-week period or every time I made an episode, just to make sure I had any sales I got. And then there's been periods where I've been almost posting every other day, like letting the 48 hours expire. So what I did, I'm assuming 2 times a week on average over the last few years for the calculations. Honestly, I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think it's a little bit on the conservative side, because I feel lately I've definitely had tons of 2-week periods where I've been where it's been less than that, where it's just been the one per 2 weeks even. So if we assume that means I've spent an hour a week, and it's been about 134 weeks since Shadowlands launch. So an hour a week, 130 hours, and 16 million. So what does that mean? It means my average profit per week, which is also my average profit per hour, for doing this is 120,000 gold. That's real data, like my actual profits. What this doesn't tell you is how much gold do I have invested, like how quickly will you get there. Obviously you need to have a lot of battle pets. You need to have battle pets to post on 11 different realms to do this. So building up to that is going to be slow. This is sort of a rich get richer scheme. But I've made 120,000 gold an hour doing this, which is, well, that's pretty decent. It beats pretty much most farming methods. Typically, farming gold per hour is anywhere from 30 to 50,000 gold. For most like consistent methods, obviously there's like high roll transmog methods that can reach higher and can also reach significantly lower. But 120,000 is pretty good for an auction house based market, and particularly for one like as lazy as this. I don't buy battle pets more than like once a month, once every 2 months, and then I just buy a chunk, spend like half an hour extra on that, and then it's just the same, just like very slow reposting, or rather very infrequent reposting, and it just works. It just works. I'm surprised at the numbers a little bit. I thought it was really interesting to see that this has been as successful as it has been. And I think this is something that a lot of you can consider getting into. Now, obviously, this does require you to be willing to spend half an hour just logging through your realms doing this. Or even better, if you can, like I have, I do this on my second account. So, like during raid breaks or whatever, I'll have this open on my second monitor and make sure I get all my reposts in, or during trash. Or in between M+ runs or whatever, then that's going to make it a lot more time efficient, because then you don't actually have to pay the time cost of looting your mailbox or waiting for the post scan to finish, because the time from when I click this button to when this is finished doesn't actually matter, because the opportunity cost of that time is 0 when I'm doing something else on my other account. And then obviously you have to go back to do the reposts, which means that my effective gold per hour is actually possibly a little bit higher. So yeah, if you're interested in learning how you can get into battle pet flipping, well, I have a video on this. I would also suggest checking out KJ's videos on this, because he has a little bit more in depth on like the thought process that go into flipping cosmetics on a larger or small scale. But yeah, this is something that is really good. Like, there's no getting around it. It's really good. Go flip battle pets, I guess.